I'll never walk again until you come back to me. I'm down on bended knee. I just made that run up, whatever. Hello home slices, I am back and I am here with my first video in a series of videos going through the 90s male R&B group Sweet 16. For those of you who don't know what that is, it's a thing that kind of popped up on Twitter recently where we put 16 male R&B 90s groups head to head and whittle them down tournament style until we get the top male R&B group. All of this is based on a few things. I've come up with 3 criteria. The first is discography size. How many hits do they have and how many of them resonate with me? Okay. Criteria number 2 is talent. How many members of the group can actually sing or who have actually contributed to the group? And number 3, personal preference. What do their songs mean to me? Did I listen to them growing up or did I listen to them as I was an adult? Who knows? Okay, so those are the criteria that I'll be using to evaluate these groups, and today we are going to start with Boyz II Men versus New Edition. Now, Boyz II Men versus New Edition is very interesting because for those of us who know a little bit about the background story, one of the members of New Edition, Michael Bivins, actually discovered Boyz II Men and brought them to the forefront. So technically without New Edition there is no Boyz II Men. So when we take a look, or when I take a look at the discography of Boyz II Men versus New Edition, Boyz II Men, because they came out later, I know a lot more of their music. Okay, so that's just kind of a disadvantage to New Edition. Let's get into some of my favorite songs in their discography. For Boyz II Men, one of my favorite songs of theirs is their version of In the Still of the Night. In the still of the night, I held you tight. All that, I love their version of that song. New Edition, on the other hand, has this interesting transition of actually being Boyz II Men. Like, we start out with them being boys and then work their way up to the point where like their voices were actually a little annoying to me. Okay, Candy girl, all I want to say, I need your love each and every day. All I know, like that. Like the high Michael Jackson voice, that type of thing. That's the thing that New Edition was doing, and then we actually got to see them grow up and give us other songs like Can You Stand the Rain? Ooh, stars will come, this we know for sure. Tell me baby, can you stand the rain? Okay, so there's that. I really like New Edition. If you haven't seen the New Edition, like, what is it, biopic on BET, I actually really enjoyed it and learned a lot of things about them that I necessarily did not know. Boyz II Men, however, had this ability to kind of cross over that New Edition didn't necessarily have. Boyz II Men had this ability to be popular with white and black audiences, which kind of puts them a notch above New Edition in my book. Everyone knows I'll make love to you like you want me to, but not everybody knows Candy Girl. That's just kind of how it goes. So discography wise, I'm gonna have to give it to Boyz II Men. Now let's move on to talent. There are 4 members, or originally there were 4 members of Boyz II Men. All 4 of them could sing. We had, was it Michael? I think it was, that had the low voice, and then we had the others who had like higher voices, and then they each had unique things. They could all do the harmonies well, and it was great. I mean, all around talent, Boyz II Men gets it. On the other hand, we have New Edition, who went through some transitions and changes, and their sound changed a little bit. of course, as they got older and their voices matured, and then they got rid of Bobby Brown, and then they brought on Johnny Gill, but there are some people that I would maybe classify as hangers-on in New Edition. Michael Bivins' singing voice wasn't really there. He felt more like a hype man to me a little bit. He wasn't the best vocalist per se. Ronnie DeVoe, also an okay vocalist. Everyone else in the group kind of carried their weight vocally, but there were two members of the group who had weaker voices, and so talent wise, Boyz II Men has it because all four of them can sing, whereas the members of New Edition, and there are like 6 of them, 2 of them weren't really, you know, there vocally, so I gotta give that criteria to Boyz II Men as well. Lastly, we'll talk about personal preference. I feel like Boyz II Men has it for me when it comes to personal preference. We love New Edition. They are always in our hearts. Their songs always make us sing, but Boyz II Men does that even on a higher level for me. Let It Snow. I mean, come on. Let It Snow. Come on now. Like, everybody loves Let It Snow. I mean, come on. Like, there's nothing that New Edition has in their discography that is as beautiful and as romantic to me as Let It Snow. And I mean, just on bended knee, I'll never walk again until you come back to me. I'm down on bended knee. I just made that run up, whatever. Anyways, like, for all the criteria, Boyz II Men has the longer discography, at least for me, that I know of. They have more talent because a larger ratio of their members are able to sing than a New Edition. And third, personal preference, I just love I just love Boyz II Men's discography a little bit more, or a lot more, I'll say. But in New Edition's defense, we're going to sing a few of their songs because they're not going to be a part of this bracket anymore. So, Mr. Telephone Man, there's something wrong with my line. When I dial my baby's number, I get a click every time. Alright, also, if it isn't love, why do I feel this way? Why does she stay on my mind? Cool it now, you gotta slow it down. Ooh, watch out, we're gonna lose control. Oh, one of my favorite songs that came out a little later was Hot Tonight. Girl, give me your number. But get it, hang on my number. But get it, you don't need my number. Cause we're gonna get hot tonight. So unfortunately, we're gonna say goodbye to New Edition. So we're gonna push Boyz II Men forward in our bracket, and next time they will be put head to head against either Mint Condition or High Five. Be sure to check out all the other videos in the series as we narrow down who the top male 90s R&B group is. If you disagree with anything, please respectfully put it down in the comments, because I want this to be a fun experience for all of us. Were you singing along as I was singing? Did I bring up a song that you didn't know? Just put it down in the comments and we will talk about it. Thanks once again for watching, and let me know your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Peace out, home slices.